Mike Judge's greatest creations are back, Beavis and Butthead, in a brand new movie for Paramount Plus. Let's talk about it. Hey guys, Dan here. This is Dan Reviews. Welcome to my spoiler-free review for the new Paramount Plus film Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe. This is a direct follow-up to Beavis and Butthead Do America, the 1996 theatrically released movie. I remember watching it in theaters with my buddy back in the day, but we're going to get to this review in just a moment. First, though, I do want to welcome you into Dan Reviews, and thanks for finding this video. We've got tons of TV and movie stuff for you to check out review-wise on Dan Reviews It, and think about subscribing down below too, or even just liking this video or commenting. All of that helps the channel out, so I do appreciate it. So let's talk about this movie. Oh my gosh, it is so great to see my old dumb buddies Beavis and Butthead. In fact, the last time I watched MTV with any sort of even remote regularity was about 10 or 12 years ago, whenever they did the Beavis and Butthead reboot, and they aired, I don't know, maybe 10 new episodes or something. But that took place sort of in the then present, because they were riffing on videos by Katy Perry and some of the MTV reality shows of the day, 16 and Pregnant and stuff like that. So this movie basically says that never happened. You know, it basically overlooks all of that, because the plot essentially starts at this science fair. Beavis and Butthead, through a series of events, end up in a NASA spacecraft and end up getting into a black hole. And this is in 1998. So it sort of takes place basically after the events of Do America. And they end up in this black hole, spitting them out in 2022. So that stuff that they did about 10 years ago, I guess, you know, is not really canon anymore. It doesn't really exist in the lives of these guys. But anyway, they get spit out in the present day. And that's all I think I really want to say without going into spoiler territory. But, you know, look, Mike Judge has said that he always goes back to Beavis and Butthead because it is his finest creation. And look, the guy has brought us Office Space. He brought us King of the Hill, the TV show. He brought us this great movie Extract, Idiocracy. But I would agree. I think Beavis and Butthead are probably his crowning achievement, which is so weird to say, because I remember when they came out. Now, I didn't have cable, but some of my friends did, and so I watched some of the episodes there, and it was wild, you know, to see these two complete imbeciles that were lighting things on fire and you know, knocking frogs out with baseball bats, and really, you know, sort of degenerate teenager type stuff. And as the series went, you know, we really did kind of fall in love with these two idiots. And of course, it spun off, for me, one of the greatest animated series of all time in Daria. She was a classmate of theirs that eventually got her own show when her and her family moved. But Beavis and Butthead have always remained the same. And I think it was smart to have this, you know, black hole thing so we could see them in 2022 without them having to get older. You know, I mean, obviously all cartoon characters, I shouldn't say all, most, you know, remain the same age in perpetuity. Look at The Simpsons. But, you know, the nice thing is that we set them in a world where they are very, very unaware of many, many things. And they don't ever play in this movie too much into that idea. It's not the kind of movie where it's like, oh, wink, wink, nod, nod. These kids from the 90s don't know what a cell phone is, or whatever. And yeah, okay, that is a joke. And there's a really great scene where they find out what white privilege is. But none of that is really central to the enjoyment of the movie. Like, yeah, they're funny little moments, but this movie does not hang itself on that hinge. It is certainly a nostalgia-fueled movie, because, of course, these are characters that came to light in the 90s, and, you know, the legend really grew from there. But, I mean, a lot of nostalgia things I feel like are just to maybe cash in or whatever, but this actually has a plot. And I don't remember Do America that well, but I'm going to be watching it next month. with my buddy Joe for the Dan's Big Movie segment. We're taking a look at two adult animated films of the 90s, Cool World and Beavis and Butthead Do America. And so I'll watch it again for the first time in over 20 years. So it'll be interesting to see that. Over 25 years, actually, because I think it was, 96. I'll be able to compare and contrast a little more. But from my recollection, I feel like this is possibly a more well-grounded movie, not in reality, but just in terms of its plotting and its pacing, and the jokes are just coming at us so fast. Basically this movie is all about their quest to score, whether it's in the 90s, in 2022, all they care about is scoring, and that's sort of the main kind of concept. But look, a lot of the Mike Judge favorites are here. We have Gary Cole, who of course was Lumbergh in Office Space. We have a handful of the King of the Hill group, and of course Mike Judge himself voices both Beavis and Butthead. And we've got some newcomers to the series as well. Tig Notaro, I don't believe, has ever been a part of Beavis and Butthead before. Same with Nat Faxon. But we've got that. We also have some kind of inside jokes with Mike Judge properties as well, because there's like a Michael Bolton song on the soundtrack, and that was obviously a very famous running joke in the Office Space movie. This movie made me laugh, from beginning to end, and it's something that I think we all need right now. There's a lot of things going on, and it's nice to have just a dumb comedy to look at. I think comedy is so hard to do these days. Everybody gets offended at everything. There's not a ton of good sitcoms anymore on television. And, the era of the big Hollywood comedy film, I think, is kind of behind us. So it was really nice to just sit back and laugh for 86 minutes with these two dum-dums and their shenanigans. So I leave Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe. I almost said America. Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe with a B+. Very enjoyable, and you can find it on Paramount Plus, by the way, right now. This one is not theatrical. It's Paramount Plus exclusive, so check that out there. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time on Dan Reviews It. Bye.